These stable coins are acting almost like poker chips at the casino right now.
Hey babes, welcome back to the O Show. Everything crypto every day. Happy hump day. We, of course, are going to cover Bitcoin price action. We are also going to cover XRP as they are doing the Lord's work, and I am 100% here for it. And of course, we do have to speak on Mr. Gary Gensler because I am not feeling him and his comments about my precious stablecoins in any way, shape, or form. Let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, I want to talk about Bitcoin because it's kind of important to note the monthly chart. There's a lot of people that are saying we're in a bear market, we're in a bull market. But listen, guys, we need to go ahead and remove all the noise and kind of just focus on current price action and maybe even take a look at previous price action. So back in December of 2017, we had this swing wick high at about $20,000. The candle closes were about $14,000. And this is the monthly chart. We pretty much did a straight decline all the way until approximately March of 2019. We had similar price action that occurred on this swing high at approximately 13,745 back in July. And we created support at about $10,000, $11,000. We pretty much had a straight decline until December 1st of 2019. Again, these are not drawn to scale, just trying to show you. However, when we finally started rebounding, we had some beautiful price action. There is a bit of a difference between what we are seeing previously in 2017 and 2019 to this price action on the monthly chart. We peaked off here at about $59,000 with a swing wick high at about $65,000. We dumped and then we actually pumped up as opposed to what the type of price action that we saw 2017 and 2019. This is actually very interesting. And the reason why I do not think we are necessarily in a bear market, because if we were in a bear market, we would continue to see these declines throughout the months. And we're not seeing that. We saw a drop, a correction, and then a move upward. So that's why I'm not ready to call a bear market. However, let's take a look at current price action because this is pretty important and is also going to dictate what we decide to do with our altcoins. Now, we have RSI and stochastic RSI that are looking bullish, and MACD is starting to look a little bit bullish. So we could have in fact bottomed out here at about $40,490. And we bounced perfectly and beautifully above about 41.8, 41.9. And we are now kind of retesting the EMA 100 at 43.7. And RSI, stochastic, and MACD are looking okay, except I do want to see some more action from MACD. So this could have very well been our bottom here at $40,000. But please do keep in mind, we've got some pretty heavy resistance here at about 45.5. So in order for me to continue to be bullish, I need to see a flip into support here at about 45, 46. A bearish scenario would be for us to either get a rejection here at about 43 or at about 45. So these are the areas I'm watching. As far as altcoins go, watching what happens with Bitcoin price is going to help me decide what I want to do with altcoins. Because if we get a rejection, that's going to tell me altcoins are going to continue to decline. If we get a flip into support, that's going to tell me that we should start to see some altcoins start to recover. Either way, let's talk about our next story because this is going to directly impact what is going to happen with Bitcoin. Mr. Gary Gensler came out earlier today. Whether we're starting off our freshman year of college or getting ready to graduate soon, I bet that most of us are thinking about money in one way or another. My 2 pieces of advice: start saving and save regularly. Well, guess what, guys? The SEC is directly attacking stablecoins. You heard that correctly. It was done yesterday, and Gary Gensler compared stablecoins to poker chips. USDT, even though they've had a bit of a shady past with the New York department, that doesn't mean that there's going to be issues. They went ahead and they did everything they needed to do. They paid their fines and they're becoming more transparent. USDC has done a very impressive job on becoming transparent. And I want to say about 60% of USDC is backed by actual cash. So the fact that Gary Gensler is coming out with all this FUD saying they need to regulate stablecoins and advocate for people to start saving, the type of products he's talking about are retirement accounts, 401ks, IRAs, okay? Those have a lot of risk as well. And personally, I think that 401ks and IRAs have more risk than stablecoins because those fluctuate and those can get very volatile, especially with all of the crazy economic uncertainty that we are seeing. Next over here, according to the block, SEC Chair Gary Gensler says he wants to clean up crypto before a spill. If you want to clean up crypto before a spill, why are you going after stablecoins? Why are you going after centralized lending platforms that have done all the paperwork, that have done everything they needed to do to make their platform as safe as possible for consumers? Go after bad actors. Go after people that are causing harm. Go after people with student loans, people offering predatory loans. All of that type of stuff is still fully accessible on traditional financial markets. Yes, there are bad actors in crypto, but I don't think you're going to find a bad actor in a centralized exchange that has a lot of volume, has a lot of customers. The customers understand the risk. If anything, make us sign a waiver. But the fact that you're going after stablecoins doesn't tell me that you are protecting me. It tells me that you are getting paid by the banks and that you need to do what they say. So this makes no sense, and they're not here to protect us. Furthermore, over here, I forgot to share this tweet with you yesterday, but Ryan went ahead and posted, wow, what a find. Gary Gensler says in 2018 that 3/4 of crypto markets are not securities, but rather commodities. And he also goes on to say, and this was after the ICO boom. The ICO boom in 2018, there was a lot of really bad actors. There was a lot of projects that ended up going under. And that's okay. That happens. It's part of the deal. It's just up to us as investors to pick and choose what is legit and what isn't. And sometimes even legit projects end up going under. But the fact that Gary said this in 2018, and the video has since been deleted, but you can find it, is telling me who's paying him. Follow the money. Anyways, let's talk about our next story. XRP has no plans to settle with the SEC. They are prepared to go to trial. Initially, I thought that they were going to settle with the SEC, but with all the recent evidence, them subpoenaing the SEC, etc., I think that Ripple XRP has a significant chance to battle the SEC, and I'm 100% here for it. And you know what? Even though I didn't like Ripple for the longest time, there are some things that I didn't find ethically about them, I support their recent actions. And me as a person, yes, I will call people out for their poor actions in the past, but if they change, I want to celebrate their progress and I want to congratulate them on becoming better. And I'm willing to do this with Ripple and XRP. You as a person, if you are going to sit here and not celebrate people's successes or people doing the right thing and turning into a better person or entity, then you're doing it wrong and you're living your life wrong. People change, people make mistakes. We are human. We have different opinions, thoughts, and ideas, and that's the most beautiful thing about us. I love it, and I hopefully we'll see Ripple XRP really put the SEC in their place. This is our XRP chart. And of course, we're going to talk about Ripple XRP because we just covered a story. So as far as price goes, we bounce perfectly on the EMA 200. This is why I like to utilize EMAs. They make it pretty easy to determine if something is bearish or bullish. In this particular case, we were at bearish support, but we were able to sustain and headed upward. This is positive. This is what we want to see. Now, what we want to see next is we want to see a breakout at about $1.05. And yes, this little green squiggly line was from the weekend. I said if a bullish case was to occur, we would need to see that breakout here, which we didn't. So we ended up falling down. That was your trigger over there. The fact that we are above the EMA 200 is bullish. It is a good thing, and I'm 100% here for it. Next is going to be a sponsored segment from our friends over at 1inch. So 1inch integrated to Trust Wallet, and TrustSwap is now powered by 1inch protocol. This is really, really great, and it actually makes things a lot easier. I like to see wallets integrating and partnering with other chains and other projects that can help them achieve their goals. The reason why Trust Wallet decided to integrate with 1inch is because there was a successful governance vote. This means that the community wanted this to happen and people were actually able to vote on it. Previously, the Trust Swap functionality was using a combination of Uniswap and PancakeSwap, but now Trust Wallet app will utilize 1inch to do all of these swapping needs. And I like 1inch is because they have BEP20 and ERC20, and it makes it really easy for you to swap in between, and they will be adding Polygon assets soon. This makes it easy to trade, and this also makes it easy to swap because there's so many different chains out there. Our last story is from Blockworks. Solana-based DEX Orca closes $18 million series to build an AMM. Solana solves the trilemma of decentralization, security, and stability, said Grace Kwan, co-founder of Orca. I do not think Solana is super decentralized. However, I think that they do a very, very great job as a direct competitor to Ethereum. This is positive news. This is good news. Let's go ahead and take a look at Solana's chart. Furthermore, the reason why it was positive news that we saw an $18 million investment into a Solana-based DEX is this is telling me that people with money believe in the project. Now, taking a look at Solana, looks like we had a beautiful bounce up from $121, which is great. Me personally, I didn't buy this dip because I wanted to get in sub 100. And that's okay. We've all got different trading plans and ideas. Now, taking a look at our indicators, it looks like MACD is ready to rock up, and we do have heavy resistance at about $142. Bullish scenario would be for us to flip 143. Bearish would be for us to head back down. And it really even wouldn't be bearish because we are still above the EMA 200, but we would just expect some consolidation here. And of course, this is going to be dependent on what Bitcoin does. Either way, I'm holding my Solana moon bag, I'm staking, and I'm here for it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you later. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you so much for the 101,000 subscribers. Bye-bye.